Chapter 44 and the last chapter, and I'll see what the acknowledgements are about, and then I might do that separately. But Lily is back, and now it is making up time. Chapter 44, Spring. Fiona and I are walking to the river, and she's complaining again. I just wish I had a gift for something I could use. You know, like being able to memorize huge monologues or dance choreography or something. Not this. Fiona has not quite accepted her newfound status as a healer. It is possible that she never will. It's not that she doesn't care about people. In fact, she's probably one of the most compassionate people I've ever known. But Fiona is butting her head against something that, as close as we are, Rue and I can never understand. We are not working against a stereotype that says you should always be the girl with the tourniquets. All I want is what you have, she said to me once. The right to be selfish. Yes, Fi, but then you wouldn't have saved our lives. What good is that doing my career, though? I'm coming to your bloody play, aren't I, Miss Thing? I suppose, she says, adjusting the canvas bag filled with sandwiches on her shoulder. The Othello run went well, even if it was just 3 performances. Now she's playing a younger sister in some play about the Blitz. Hey Maeve, you suddenly grins. I'm thinking of a number. This again. Go on. We said you need to practice. I close my eyes for a moment and feel for Fiona's tail of light. You are not thinking of a number, I said finally. You're thinking about whether you are going to keep being cast in the kid sister role, or whether anyone will take you serious. Well, damn. The telepathy thing hasn't gone away. It feels mad to even call it that, especially as it's not at all how you see it in films. It's always this rush of a million different voices hitting the person like a wall of sound. With me, it's never voices, it's lights, strands of colored lights that grab onto and follow until I am a tourist in someone else's brain. It takes time, it takes concentration, and it's absolutely knackering. In the days after the ritual, Fiona and I went to the definition, that's the shop, the New Age shop, mostly to reassure Fionella that we are okay. It wasn't an easy conversation to have, with her spinning between wild rage at having disobeyed her and extremely relief that what happened to heaven hadn't happened to me. She made us a cup of chamomile tea, and slowly we told her about our gifts, about the healing, the lights, the scar tissue that could disappear under Fi's fingertips. The ritual changed you. You've seen beyond the fell, Fionella sighed, a tinge of jealousy in her voice, and now you are forever changed. Rue and Lily are already on the grass when we get to the beg, sitting on the blanket, deep in conversation. We wait for a long time to see whether they had gained anything in the ritual. Eventually we gave up. Fiona, I had big conversation about the fact that we were the only ones who gained gifts afterwards, and that maybe for the O'Callaghan's surviving was a gift great enough. But then it happened. Small things first. A cheap padlock sprung open when Rue put his hand on it. We thought it was a fluke. Then one day I was locked out of my house and called him around to keep me company while I waited for Dad to get home. We decided to try the lock trick again. The front door stayed put, but the back door, with its old lock and rusty brown handle, flew right open. He said, "Oh my God." I said, "Welcome to the club." The vague talent he had for fixing things has flowered into a kind of strange understanding of inanimated objects, one that makes perfect sense to him, but he struggles to explain. He gave me a watch battery on the bus and told me to hide it anywhere in my house. 2 days later, he walked through the front door, took one look, blinked, and said, behind the bookcase in Pat's room, "Hey, you guys," I say, bending down to kiss Rue. "What are you chatting about?" "It's private," Lily says, firmly, not crossly. A month ago it would have been snappily. Now we are on firmly okay. I nod. Me and Fiona have hot chicken rolls and cans. Hot chicken rolls and cans. Angels, Rue says. We try Fiona. Fiona agrees. Who wants a Game of Thrones? Tarot reading. Oh, me, Lily says, huddling in close to her. I try not to take it too personally on the whole. Lily's mental recovery seems to be taking much longer than a physical one. The world was exhausting to her for a long time. After a ritual, I think she might have given up on living entirely. If her gift hadn't appeared, we all thought it would be water. We looked for rain and leaky plumbing. It wasn't that simple. Nothing ever is, I suppose. Then things started happening. Light bulbs exploded. Watches stopped working. Some popcorn caught fire in the microwave. Lily kept on accidentally breaking things that Rue inevitably had to fix. Some gift, she grumbled. Then a cob head followed us down the street, demanding to know why Rue was wearing a skirt and holding hands with a girl at the same time. She shoved a leaflet into Lily's hand and immediately yelped, dropping the pile of paper on the floor. Lily froze, and we hustled her into the nearest cafe. What was that? Rue asked around her. Sparks, she whispered. My gift is electricity. We sit under the tree, and Rue complains about his exams. We make grisly faces about the fact that next year we are going to be sitting hours, and that I will almost certainly have to do night study every evening, and to even scrape the points for a decent college. If, as I keep qualifying to my friends and my parents, I even want to get into college. Fiona says she'll help me, and I move my head closer to Rue's chest. Lily's eyes rest peacefully on the bed. She has promised Rue she won't try to go back, but I'm not sure how committed she is to keeping that promise. If Lily can find a way to become a river again, she will take it. But I try not to think about that. I try not to think about the news, which is only getting worse. Or my sister, whose mood is only getting bleaker. Aaron, who still walks the edge of my dreams on the nights my protection spells aren't strong enough to keep him out. I try to exist now, here in the spring, with everything to fight for and all our hidden gifts to help us. And that's the end of the book. I hope you've enjoyed this story, and thank you for supporting me and listening to the story. Take care. Bye bye.